Alright, back here on 13.3 work together. When I left off, we were talking about how to get the total wages and tips, and we have to add up the three numbers that are there, the 10,440, 10,960, and 12,400, and we get a total of 33,800. And that number is going to go in box 2. Okay, then we go to step 3 where it says total income tax withheld from wages, tips, and sick pay. Total income tax withheld, that's the federal income tax withheld numbers, and we have three numbers there, and we have to add those together. 731, 767, and 868 equals $2,366. We put that in box number 3. Then number 4 says adjustment of withheld income tax for preceding quarters of this calendar. We have nothing there. Nothing goes in that one. And then it says adjusted total of income tax withheld, line 3, basically subtracted or added with line 4, which is 0. So we get $2,366. Stays the same in box 5. Now we have to figure out our Social Security wages and our Medicare wages. And so what we do is we use this little table, 6A. We put our adjusted total wages, 33,800, and we multiply that by 12.4% or 0.124. What this is this is the Social Security wages tax for the employee and the employer. If you remember yesterday, we talked about how companies have to pay both employee and employer Social Security taxes. So this is 6.2 for each. So we just take it by 12.4, and we get $4,191.20. Taxable Social Security tips. We don't have any tips to deal with, so we get $0 there. Taxable Medicare wages, once again we're working with that 33,800 number. And we're going to multiply this one by 2.9%. If you remember yesterday, 1.45% was the individual. So if we multiply that by 2, we get the 2.9%. That's how we figure that number out. And that one is going to equal $980.20. $980.20. I'm kind of going a little bit fast here so my memory doesn't run out on my iPad, so if you're wondering why I'm going fast here, that's why. Alright, step 8. Total Social Security and Medicare taxes. We add lines 6B, 6D, and 7B. That's 6B, 6D, and 7B. We add these two numbers together to get line 8, and we get $5,171.40. Okay, then we go to number 9. Adjustment of Social Security, Medicare tax, see instructions, sick pay, fraction of cents, other, yada, yada, yada. We don't have anything in there, and we're not going to have to mess around with any of that stuff in this chapter. Number 10, adjusted total of Social Security Medicaid, line 8 as adjusted by line 9. Well, line 8 and line 9, there's nothing in 9, so we just use line 8. 51.71 Total taxes, add lines 5 through 10. So we take the 2366, 4191, 980.20, and 5171.40 through, and we get a total of 7. Oh, actually, sorry, we had lines 5 and 10, not 5 through 10, 5 and 10. So that would be 2366 plus 5171.40 for a total of 75.37.40. Number 12, advanced earned income credit, payments made to employees. We have none of that. It would tell us in the book if we had that. 13, net taxes. Subtract line 12 from line 11. Well, line 12 is 0, so we just stick with line 11. 75.37.40. 14 is total deposits for the quarter, including overpayment applied from a prior quarter. And that is the same number that we had above, because there's nothing to add to that. So that's $7,537.40. And then balance due, subtract line 14 from line 13. That is $0. So we're good there. Let's see. It looks like we need to. We're done with that first part there. Then we go down to this overpayment. We don't have anything there. Monthly schedule depositors. Complete line 17 and check here. Because we are monthly, and that's why we have 3 different dates paid. We have the January, the February, and the March. We are a monthly schedule depositor. So we need to put an X on this line, and we have to fill out this little table right here, this little sheet. First month liability. And let's see, complete columns A through D and check here. So on this one, we have how much we're liable for each month. And on that one, basically what we're doing is we are dividing the amounts to figure out how much we're going to pay for each month. So the total taxes is our total liability, which is the $73.57.4. And then each month will have its own amount that we owe. And that one is basically adding up each month's taxes. So we would take the January 31st federal income tax withheld, which is $731. We would add to it the $647.28. We would add the $151.38 and get $1529.66. But we have to add in the employer's employee or Social Security and Medicare. So we have to add on top of that another $647.28 and a $151.38 to get $2328.32. That would be the first month's liability. And all I did was add up the numbers in the book for federal income tax, for employee Social Security tax, for employee Medicare tax, and then I added on top of that the employer Social Security tax and the employer Medicare tax, which are the same amounts as the employee. You just have to add them on there again. So then to figure out the second month, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to take second month's numbers, 767, 679.52 plus 158.92. We get that. Then we add back on the employers, which is 679.52 plus 158.92 equals 2443.88. That's our second month liability. 443.88. Third month, we do the same thing. 868 plus 768.8. Oops, wrong number there. 868 plus 768.8 plus 179.8 plus the employer's taxes, 1768.8 plus 179.8 equals 2765.2. 2765.20. Those three numbers should add up to 7357.40. And 32 plus 88 is let's see here, that's 120, 20, yeah, so it should be 40. It should be 7357.40. You can check my math there. All right, then the last thing we have to do is sign this thing, and we sign it where it says sign here, signature. We put it in. We then print our name, and we put the date of the 24th, preparation date of 4/24/14. That says that in the book. So that ends 13.3. Hopefully you're able to use this along with the book to pick out the numbers, figure out where they go, and then tomorrow, on Friday, when I come back, we'll go through the on your own to make sure that you have the right numbers there, and you can ask questions on that one. So that completes 13.3 work together. Hopefully you get it down. Thank you.